Hello, Abe Safa here with Century 21 Harrelson Group in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hope you are well. Just want to give you a quick real estate market update for the Grand Strand here in December 2024. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you real quick and show you what I've been looking at here. So this is the month's supply of inventory in our market right now. And this specifically is for townhouses and condos that are previously owned, not counting new construction. This is just townhouses and condos. But predominantly condos. There's going to be two separate lines here. The blue line is for just the overall condo market, and then the red line is specifically just for Oceanfront. So when you look at what's happening right now, when you look at total condos on the market, we've got a 7.1 month supply of inventory. That number is drastically increased, as you can tell by this chart, from the bottom in early 2022. It went from less than a 1 month supply of inventory up to a 7.1 month supply of inventory. For overall condos. If you look at the Oceanfront condo, that number is even worse. It's gone up to 8.8 months supply of inventory. So what does that mean? Basically, what that means is stuff is just sitting on the market and not selling, and it's accumulating. Over the last 3 years, it's accumulated a good bit. As a matter of fact, compared to last year at this time, overall condos are up 69%. Oceanfront condos up 66%. So the stuff is just sitting there. Now, when you look at like real numbers, as far as how many are on the market, how many on the contract, when it comes to overall condos, there's over 3,474 that are on the market right now. And out of those, only 650 on the contract. That's only 18% absorption rate. So only 18% of the properties out there, as far as condos, are on the contract. Now, what that also tells me is 82% are just sitting there not selling. So if 18% on the contract, 82% is just sitting there not being sold right now. And when you look at the Oceanfront side, that number is only 13% absorption. So that means 87% of all Oceanfront condos out there right now are just sitting on the market and not selling. That sounds like bad numbers, right? Bad news. It kind of is, right? Now, stuff is selling. Don't get me wrong. It's not like nothing on the market is selling. But when it comes to condos, buyers, specifically condos, buyers are being very, very, very selective. And we're seeing more and more buyers actually look at the numbers, look at their rental income, look at what their mortgage rates are, and spend a lot more time in analyzing things before they pull the trigger. I'm hoping this trend starts to change a little bit. I think as rates come down some more, which they've been coming down lately, that should hopefully change. I surely don't want to see this number continue to increase. But if you look at the overall condo market right now, there's no question about it. It's definitely soft out there. Now let's switch over to single family real quick. Look at single family previously owned. You'll see that number is 4.5 months supply of inventory. All right, so that's been pretty steady for about 4 months now. It's been right at 4.5 months supply of inventory. To put it in context, back in right after COVID, it was down to a 1 month supply of inventory. So that has spiked a good bit. It's actually up 32.4% from last year at this time, but nowhere near as bad as we're seeing in the condo market right now. So again, single family homes is also soft. A couple of reasons for that. Number one is affordability, of course. With rates the way they are right now, even though they dropped, they're still about 6.75% right now for a national 30-year average. And then prices haven't really come down. So when you couple the two together, there's not a whole lot of buyers out there just willing to pull the trigger right now. Overall numbers for single family homes, when you look at resales, 2,952 homes on the market right now. 22% of those are under contract, so 22% absorption rate. Again, reverse that, 78% of homes on the market right now are just sitting there not selling. So if you are on the market right now and wondering why your home is not selling, this is precisely why 78% of you out there are just sitting there. Now, that doesn't mean homes don't sell. We're selling homes down on a daily basis, but it does require a lot of effort. It requires making sure that it's priced correctly, make sure it's positioned well against the competition, make sure the marketing is aggressive. So there's a lot of things that have to be taken into place and have to be done in order to make sure homes are getting sold. Now, the other side, I told you there's two things that are impacting this. Number one was affordability. Number two, the new construction. The builders are just killing resellers right now. When you look at the new construction numbers, and this is counting homes that are ready, homes that are being built, and homes to be built. So homes that aren't even starting to build yet. 1,625 homes out there, 732 are under contract. So that's 45%. I mean, that's an astronomical number compared to what resale numbers are doing. So that's double. So new construction homes are selling at double the pace of resale homes right now in the market. Now, why is that? A couple of reasons. Number one, these big builders, like you know who they are. The big national builders have a lot of flexibility. They have a lot of levers that they can pull in order to generate more business. Example would be, they control the banks, they control the escrow, they control all sides of it. So what they can do, and we're seeing it in many cases right now, where they're offering people 5.5% mortgage rate, 5.75% mortgage rate, when regular lenders and banks out there are offering 6.75, right? So that's enticing more people to buy new construction. There's also a fascination with a new build. You get to choose your colors, you get to choose the upgrades and whatever you want. So people are flocking to that. Plus, a big thing right now, since the new changes with the commission structure and the way commission is being presented, talking about real estate agents commission. What we're seeing right now is almost on a daily basis, I'm getting an email, I'm getting a text message from these builders saying, hey, bring us a buyer, we'll pay you 3%, we'll give you 3%, plus we'll give you a $5,000 bonus. So there's a big push, a lot of aggressive sales tactics being used by these builders right now, and it's working for them. Again, 45% of their properties out there are under contract compared to 22% on the resale side. So all in all, look, there's a lot of buyers out there that are still ready to pounce. And the reason we know that is because we see the traffic. We look at the leading indicators. Okay, how many people are visiting our website? What do mortgage applications look like? How many people are applying for loans? All those numbers look pretty solid. So, and the activity that we're seeing on our websites, plus the conversations we have with buyers, we know there's a lot of buyers still out there, especially for our market. This is still a highly desirable area to relocate to, especially for retirees. So the buyers are there. There's a lot of pent-up demand. So it's going to get better, and actually starting to get better. And we can look at these leading indicators, look at these numbers, and see that, hey, eventually, little by little, things are starting to get better. All we need is a little bit of relief with the mortgage rates. As soon as those start to come down a little bit, they don't have to go back to 3% or anywhere near that, or 4%. But I think if they get anywhere close to 6%, if they break 6%, that's even better. We're going to see a big uptick in pendings. So we're going to see a lot more activity. It's already forecasted on a national level that sales are going to increase this year with the number of homes sold. There's no question about it. Last year was one of the worst years we've ever had. So it's only going to get better from there. So all in all, the market's still doing okay. It's not the best years as far as number of transactions, as far as number of homes being sold. But look, stuff is still selling. Okay, it's got to be marketed properly. It's got to be priced properly, and homes do sell. But it is more difficult than it has been in previous years. But we expect it to get better little by little. I think beginning of the year, we should start seeing a higher uptick in pendings. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you have a property that you have a question about, or thinking of selling, or just want a property valuation, or whatever, just want to talk about the market, feel free to call me. I'm always available. I'm going to give you my direct number and email address that I can be reached at, 843-360-2145. And you see my email on the screen across the bottom. I'm more than open to having a conversation with you, whether you sell today, tomorrow, or you never sell and just want to know what's happening in the market. I'm always available. Please reach out to me. We'd love to talk to you.